Hi, it's me again. And I'm saying again because I have already sat here once today and recorded this video, and if the video was completely useless. So here I am. Welcome back to After the Snap. I'm your host, Tasha Pierce, and we are going to talk about Star Trek Lower Decks, Episode 6, A Spy Humongous, again. We're going to discuss this whole thing again. Because the first time, no. This time, I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying in my lane this time. So, if you'd like to know what I thought about this week's episode of Star Trek Lower Decks, A Spy Humongous, just keep watching. Okay, so A Spy Humongous. I'm about to run through this so quick because I promise you, I'm tired. I am so tired. I am up so late. In this week's episode of Star Trek Lower Decks, we find the crew of the Cerritos being given a diplomatic mission. And this mission is going to the Pakled homeworld to try to negotiate a ceasefire. Now, the Pakled homeworld is also known as Pakled Planet. Because why not? Why not? That's just as simple as it gets. It's Pakled Planet. Pakled Planet. In the meantime, the lower decks officers are doing anomaly consolidation. I think that's what this was called. And what that entails is going to all of these quarters of the bridge officers who go on all of these extravagant missions and collecting the stuff that was anomalies, things that couldn't be thrown away in the regular trash. They have to especially dispose of them. So they have to round them all up once a year and get this shit off the ship. So this is where we are. This is where we are today. We are rounding up shit to get off the ship. I didn't say this like this in the first video. This time I'm a little upset. I'm getting tendy. But anywho, there's a third arc to this episode because instead of doing anomaly consolidation with his friends, Boimler is recruited by a group called the Red Shirts. And then I know what you're thinking. As soon as you hear red shirts, you think, oh, they're all going to die. I thought that too. We were pleasantly surprised that all of these red shirts made it to the end of the episode. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. Boimler is recruited by this group because he has had experience with Captain William Riker on the Titan. And this group of red shirts are very upwardly mobile. They kind of remind me of that Red Squad. I think that was the name of them. Was it the Red Squad? Anywho, whether it was the Red Squad or not, that's who this reminds me of. I don't remember the name of the group, but they remind me of that group, of this upwardly mobile contingent of Starfleet ensigns who have the goods to someday be a captain. And that's what this group sees for themselves, the red shirts. And I say they see this for themselves because it doesn't seem like anybody else recognizes them as being this elite group. Just themselves. They noticed that. So anywho, so they're taking Boimler to kind of audition him or recruit him for their group while his friends are doing the anomaly consolidation crap. And now, spoiler alert, this whole freaking show should be a spoiler alert, but spoiler alert, Tendi has pulled some strings to make sure that she, Mariner, Rutherford, and Boimler all got the same assignment. She wants to hang out with her friends while they do their work because she thinks that'll be fun. But the whole time they're doing this job, Rutherford and Mariner are complaining, just whining, just whining. All it was missing was the cheese to go with the wine. They was whining so much. And she was trying to get them to look at the bright side. We can make anything fun. And as she was going through room by room, it was fun to her. And she finally allowed herself to fester in her thoughts about how poorly her friends take doing their job. And as she festered, she became the Tindy I've been wanting her to become since I met Tindy. I love Tindy. Better not nobody say nothing bad about Tindy. But I love Tindy. However, she's too nice. When somebody is that nice, there's just something is wrong. They are secretly serial killers. They have these murderous thoughts about their friends and their coworkers. They are not inwardly as nice as they portray themselves to be outwardly. So I need to see Tindy, lose control just to see what she's capable of. I was glad to see that she did not successfully kill anyone on the ship when she lost control, but I was glad to see her lose control, even though it was brought on by one of these anomalies that they were collecting to gather to get off of the ship. We know that Tindy gonna lose control at some point down the line. When she loses control, that's when she turns into that big green scorpion that we had been seeing in the trailers throughout the series. Okay, we know that that's coming. In the meantime, we got Captain Freeman and Shaxus, and they go down to Pakled planet to try and negotiate with these idiots. But they're not so dumb. They're not so dumb because what they do is they sent a humongous spy. That's where the spy humongous came from. It went over my head. Went over my head for damn near the whole episode. I only watched this episode once. And you should not have to watch it twice to realize that the humongous spy was going to be one of these Pakleds. But me? Anyway, Pakled comes on to the Cerritos, says, hey, I'm seeking asylum. But he didn't say it in those words. He said some stupid shit. Ransom and Kayshawn, Ransom and Kayshawn, they at first think that he really is there for asylum. And then it dawned on them that he's probably there to be a spy. So yeah, that's what he was there for. He was there trying to spy on the Cerritos. And they were to keep an eye on their visitor. And what happened? While they were snickering and laughing at how stupid he was, he got away from them. Because that's what the Pakleds do. You get so wrapped up in how freaking stupid they are that they mess around and do something smart. They mess around and do something smart. Now, in this case, it wasn't smart. He thought he was in a bathroom. He had really pulled himself out of an airlock. But, I mean, he got away. And that was kind of smart. But anywho, so that was funny. As they looked around for him and to see him floating outside. Hilarious. And in the meantime, Captain Freeman is on the planet and they are mistaking her for Captain Janeway. And not only that, they're saying, hey, I can't help you with this peace treaty that you're trying to negotiate because I don't wear a big enough helmet. And then we go through a king Pakled. We go through Emperor Pakled. And we go through shit. I don't know what that last Pakled with the big ass helmet was. But he was bigger than the king or emperor. So now we got all these helmets and Pakleds and all she down there to do really is to try to negotiate a peace treaty. I guess they don't want one, but they do want to blow up Earth. So there's that. And how Captain Freeman found that out is by saying, I need to know what the plan was that you didn't want me to know. And they told her. they told Janeway. Now, let's go back on the ship. Because, we've been talking about how Tendi lost control. Yeah, things got a little bad. She went a little crazy after turning into this giant scorpion beast and attacking her friends. She went on a rampage and just was tearing things up. And she made it completely to the mess hall, where she's just tearing the mess hall up and everybody's running. The horror on some of the faces. I was like, they didn't even have to put that much detail into the horror on some of these people's faces in the mess hall. But I'm glad they did, because that actually added to it for me. I was like, okay, y'all was committed to this. So Boimler and the group of red shirts, this is their opportunity, because this is what they've been trying to do the whole day. They were making Boimler prove that he had what it takes to be an excellent captain. And Boimler put together a speech that was right out of the Jean-Luc Picard playbook. He put together a speech that was like Kirk telling the ship that it's been beautiful serving with you, but we are all about to die. That kind of speech. And Boimler put together a speech that's like Benjamin Sisko telling you that we are flying one ship into the Dominion and we balls to the wall. Balls to the wall. It was that kind of speech. And I'm like, damn. Well, maybe Boimler does have what it takes to be a captain. Until I realized, after we see monstrous Tendi going off in the mess hall, that's what these people's idea of a captain was. That's it. You just got to be able to give a good speech. So all this mayhem and chaos is going on around them, and they start all giving speeches. It was just ridiculous. The only person who knew what to do in this situation was Boimler, and what he had to do was make himself look like a complete idiot to separate Tendi from this anger and to bring her back into her happy place. He just acted like an idiot. He went to every replicator and ordered something different, and the different thing that he ordered was something that would give him an opportunity to get wrapped up in some serious slapstick. I don't know if we can use those two words together. Into some serious body comedy. It was like John Ritter, Dick Van Dyke. He hit all the notes. And it worked. It worked. So now, in this moment, Boimler has shown that he is the man around this mother. He definitely had what it takes to think on the fly and save his friend. And also, even though these new friends, the red shirts, were kind of aghast that he would do all of that. Why would you do all of that? Boimler showed that he has what it takes to lead, and he's not above doing whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it makes you look stupid. And the job became even more important because then he also realized where his loyalty lies. His loyalty lies with his friends. And he saw his friend in trouble, and he did what it took to get her out of trouble. And that's growth, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're doing this like week after week after week. We are seeing some growth in these characters. Tindy letting go and exploding on her friends, telling them, oh, just shut the whining down, shut up, stop whining. I don't want to hear it. That was growth. Some people might think that was the opposite of growth. It was a devolution, but it really wasn't. It takes a strong person to know when to say something, especially when you're dealing with friends. And a weaker person would just let it slide. And she told her friends precisely what she thought. Stop all that whining. And then we saw more growth because we saw Rutherford and Mariner say, you know what? You were correct, 100% correct. That job was still going to be there even if we whined all the way through it. So you were right. Growth. Captain Freeman fooling the Pakled, even though they're easy to fool. Okay, you got to start somewhere, though. Captain Freeman tricking the Pakled into giving her the information that she needed to help avoid an attack on Earth. We got a winner, y'all. This episode sold up everything, put a nice little bow on it, made us laugh, gave us something for the more serious of us. We like our comedy a little serious. And then it gave us some slapstick for people who are into that shit. I see this as a win. I see it as a win. It's a whole win from me. And then the episode ends with them crank calling Armis. And Armis, if we don't remember, is the tar beast that killed Tasha Yar. The tar that killed Yar. Because I always say that when, yeah. So the Tasha Yar tar beast got a prank phone call from Mariner, and they basically let this thing have it because when he can do nothing, he can't do anything. You on the phone, G. Why do you even answer? So anywho, I thought it was cute and funny. This episode showed me some things. It showed me that we can put together a full episode with all the arcs making sense together and closing them out in a satisfying way that shows some growth. All of that in 30 minutes. Ain't that something? That's something. Wow. Because, that's the excuse that I use. Oh, they only got 30 minutes. Why they did it. They did it. And what I'm noticing is week after week, the episodes to me have gotten better and better. We had that Magato Gamato thing, but that was personal taste. I can't do those Yetis doing what they was doing. I can't do that. But this episode, Tindy turning into a big ass scorpion and getting shot out by a slug. I'm all for that. 100%. I enjoyed it. On a scale of 1 to 5, this one I'll probably give a 3.75. It was a good episode to me. Was not quite as good as last week to me. Last week gave me a different kind of feeling, I think. A little bit of different nostalgia. But this week was not bad. I liked it. I hope you liked it too. I'm pretty sure you're going to let me know down in the comments below. You don't have to agree with me either, Week after week, I get some great comments. And there's somebody who makes me think about the episode a little differently. Not saying that I have to change my mind or you will change yours, but I do enjoy the perspectives that we get. And I only can get that if you engage with the content by putting something down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. I also, if you've not done it yet, I don't know why, I'd also like for you to subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm trying to grow. Yep, subscribe. It's down there too. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Because all of those things, the engagement, the like button, the subscriptions, all of that lets YouTube know, hey, she's doing something right, and they might bump me up in their algorithm. You know, we trying to grow a little. Okay, so liked, you commented, you subscribed, turn your notifications on so you'll never miss an upload. And thank you. Thank you for weekly coming here and listening to me do this. And this is like the second time I recorded this today. I had a whole different in spiel that time. Take a second with me and say thank you to my patrons, because they are helping to keep the lights on around this thing. So thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, you can do that by going to patreon.com/Tasha Pierce. I changed it. Sneaky me. I changed it. And if you ain't got no plans for later on, come join me on Facebook for Film Review Friday on Facebook. I'm doing a review for a movie Cop Shop. That's why I was out kind of late tonight. Doing a review for the movie Cop Shop. I'll be doing that at 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook at After the Snap Movies and TV. If you can't do that, I do a weekly wrap-up live stream on Saturdays right here on YouTube, 3 p.m. Central Time. If you've got nothing on your docket, join me because I got a huge itinerary this week. I talk about the entertainment news for the week, and I also discuss Marvel's What If and DC's Titans. So I do all of that on Saturday. We got a big weekend. This is Emmy weekend, so be looking for my thoughts on the Emmys on Monday. So over the next few days, keep your eyes open for more content. It will be forthcoming. I gave y'all a laundry list of things to think about and to do, but there's one more thing I'd like for you to do, and that's live long and prosper. Peace.